So guys, here the first of all, I'm going to talk, take your table. So EMB table, it was our table here. And in this table, you can see guys here the total number of rows. How many people was there here? 14 employees we have it here. And each and every employee salary, if I want to see guys here, so those employee salaries also we have in this. Okay, now fine. And let me come and here to executing this one and find this. I was executed here. Okay, so after that, so how I'm going to use these all classes in one single statement. Okay, how I can use it is all classes in one single statement. Let me check out guys. Okay, fine. So come back here to right now. So my example, so select star from EMP. The first of all, we should take it here. So salaries are more than 1,000. The more than 1,000 salary people, first I need to filter from this table. And can you tell me guys here, okay, so more than 1,000 people out of 14, out of 1,400, out of 14 rows, how many people are there? Yeah, more than 1,000 means. So except 800 and 950, except these two people, remaining all people are having more than 1,000. Okay, so now it means that 12 people we have it here. And these 12 people, okay, I'm getting guys here. So let you see the 12 people information, I got it. So after getting the 12 people information, and after that, what we want to do guys here. So now on this 12 people of data, I want to perform some grouping operation. And that grouping operation I have to do, okay, on my DEPT number column to find out how many number of employees are working in the department number. So in place of your, okay, department number, and now we need to use a count of star. Okay, and from EMP, so your where condition here, DEPT number. Okay, now fine. And now this is where condition, and after where condition group by I was used to. So now let me see guys here, the more than 100 or more than 1,000, there are 12 people. And on 12 people of data, I'm using group by class. And group by class, what it will do to execute in here. So in 10th department 3, 24, 35. And now you can find out here 3, 4, 5. These are called as the number of employees working in your department number wise. And can you add guys here the 3, 4, 5? So when you add here the 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12. So the 12 people was came. So that means it was satisfied now. Yes. So after 12 people, then what next you have to do? In which department? Okay, I have more than 3 employees are there. So I want to use a count of star, which is greater than 3. So greater than 3. Now tell me guys here, in which department numbers the more than 3 people was there guys here? So 20 and 30. There are 2 people was there. So now I just go to execute this entire query. The 20, 30 was came. And this order, if you want to change it here, so you can change the order. So now we can use order by on department number in descending order I will give. So when I'm giving descending order to executing this command and see 30, 20 was came in the descending order. After shorting this, and now I want to take here the top one. Okay, the top of one I want to take from this result, then top of one, if I executed here, the 30 finally we come back. So that means what it guys here, these are the all, okay, the clauses so we can go to use in one single query statement. Okay, and this is the order it will be executing here. Okay, so where, after where group by, after group by having, after having order by, after order by top, and you can use. This is the way of execution, all classes in one selected query statement. Okay, now, right guys. So this is how to use it. And then these are the clauses which we discussed up to here, and 2 more classes are there. These are the some special classes we have here, rollup and queue. So what is rollup and cube classes and how to use these two classes in our databases? Okay, let me see. So basically rollup and the cube classes both are using for the same purpose guys here. Okay, so when you need to find, okay, to find subtotal and grand total. Okay, so based on columns. Okay, so whenever you want to find out to subtotal as well as grand total based on the columns, then you can use a rollup and the cube classes. And these are the some okay special classes in our database here to finding subtotal as well as grand total based on columns. Okay, when we want to find out grand and subtotals, then you can use a rollup and cube classes. Okay, but these two classes when I want to use guys here, we must and should be used along with the group by clause only. Okay, so you using these clauses. Okay, so along with the, okay, what I said group by, because without group by clause I can't use this rollup and cube classes. Okay, so when I want to use my rollup and cube classes, compulsory we should use a group by, and without group by, cube class and the rollup class is not working, and we are not working, and also it is a not allowed also. Okay, now so compulsory the two classes we should work along with your group. But sir, here what is the differences between the sub, okay, rollup and cube? Because we said here the rollup and cube both are using for to finding subtotal and grand total based on columns. Then what is the differences means in here? So carefully observe guys here. Here rollup, okay, so it was finding subtotal and grand total. Okay, so it was based on, okay, a single column it will be find out. Okay, same as cube. So cube is also finding your, okay, grand total and subtotal, but it was so based on, okay, multiple columns wise I can find out multiple columns wise. So this is the differences of rollup and the cube. Okay, so let me see, I will show you the examples of rollup and cube, then you can get some idea of how it was working. Okay, and first of all we will show us here the syntax for your rollup. Okay, so how to use this syntax rollup means, then come back here. So group by compulsory we should use, I already said to you. The same group by syntax I have to use as usual, and come back here. Okay, fine. But here after group by you should go for use your roll up. Okay, roll up, okay, class you can use, and so on. Okay, send your columns and close. But here we said the rollup is used to finding your subtotal and grand total based on a single column, we said. But here, along with my rollup, I'm sending multiple columns. Then you will have a confusion here and doubt here on which column basis your rollup is going to be finding your subtotal and grand total, on which column based. So to overcome that problem, you carefully observe. So in the rollup, okay, the rollup, so first column, so which is your leading column in your group and which is your first position column in your list of columns. So based on that column only, it will be finding your subtotal and grand total. Okay, so that means the first column is called as a operational column. Okay, so operational column. Through this, we are going to be finding, okay, your sub and grand totals we are finding based on that only. So whatever the first column you given here, the which column you given in the first order, so based on that column only, it will be performing your, okay, what we can say group by, okay, operations here. Okay, now this is what it was happening, guys. Right now, but here remaining columns are what's for this year. The remaining columns will be, okay, working like a supporting columns. The remaining columns working like a supporting columns. Okay, suppose you should or you will be pass your hundreds of columns you can pass, but out of hundreds of columns, your subtotal and grand total is going to be finding based on what now? First column in the order. The which is your first column in the order. So based on that only, it will be find your sub and grand total. And the remaining columns will take as the supporting columns for your operational column. Okay, this is what the syntax of your roll up. Okay, so let me see. I will show you the first of all, in the first example, I'm showing the roll up with the single column operations I'm showing now. So in single column operation, there is no confusion. We can directly access your data. Now let me come and see. Suppose I just called here DEPT number and I'm passing a count of star. Okay, so from EMP, and my compulsory, the class was grouped by compulsory, and after that you should use a roll up of DEPT number column. You should go to use now. So in this example, guys, here, if you want to check it out here, I am passing only one column along with my roll up here. So when I just go to execute this one, what it was happen, you can see. So can you find out, guys, here, the department number 10, total number of employees are 3 and 25 and 36. So you have 3, 5, 6, these are called as subtotals. And 14, whatever it was showing in the null position, this is called as what now? Grand total. Okay, so department number wise, so we are finding number of employees here for each department number wise, and also what is my grand total in my table means the grand total is 14. So in this case, we don't have any confusion. It will be summarizing your data, okay, to finding subtotals for each department number wise, and finally total it and showing as a grand total. Okay, this is single column operation, so there is nothing problem here, and we don't have any confusion also. Okay, no, any confusion also. But when I'm using this roller on multiple columns, then how it was working now? Let me check. Suppose in this case only, I just passing here one more column, I'm passing job, and the count of star from EMP rollup and department number, comma, job, I'm just going to find out. So in this case, can you identify, guys, here, whatever the passing columns are there along with my roll up, so what is your first position column I was given, guys? What is my first column in this? Department number. So department number is my first column in this order. Department number is my first column in this order. Okay, now fine. So now I'm going to executing this one and see your subtotal and grand total will be find out based on department number or job. Can you see, guys, here? So let me come out and see. The final output of this query, can you check it out? Here it was clearly showing to us. So department number, so this is department number is a column, and department number wise, your subtotals are showing here. So this is 10th department subtotal, and this is 20th department subtotal, and this is, okay, 30th department subtotal. Okay, and finally it was having here grand total this. This is what we called as a grand total. Okay, now. So now you can see, guys, what it mean here. Observe. So total in the department number 10, how many employees are total working, guys, here? 3 employees are working. The total number of employees working under department number 10 is 3. And out of 3, 1 is a clerk. Okay, so 1 is a manager and 1 is a president. Okay, now, so here the simple calculation, guys, here, what is the simple calculation? In department number 10, total number of employees are 3. So out of 3 people, 1 is a clerk, 1 employee is a clerk, 1 employee is a manager, and 1 employee is a president. Okay, now that is the mean of this. That is called a data summarized, we call it. Data summarizing here. Okay, so now if I'm asking to you, how many clerks in department number 10, if I'm asking, so what do you say, guys? How many clerks in department number 10? Come on. Only 1 clerk. If I'm asking, how many managers in department number 10? Only 1 manager. So I'm asking, how many presidents in department number 10? Only 1. So here in department number, total number of people 3. Out of 3, 1 is working as a clerk, 1 is working as a manager, 1 is working as a president. So this is called a data summarized, we called. Okay, So it's a clear information. It was showing what is what. And this is one thing. Same as come to your 20th department here. Department, can you see the number of people are 5. Out of 5, here 2 analyst people are there, 2 clerks are there, and 1 president was there here. So that means in 20, okay, how many clerks? In 2 clerks. In 20th department, how many analyst people? 2 people. In 20th department, how many managers? 1 manager. So that means in 20th people, there is no president and there is no salesman. Okay, now this is what the information about the 20th department. And can you see the 30th department is also 6 here, and out of 6, 1 is working as a clerk, 1 is working as a manager, and 4 people are working as a salesman. So in 30th department, only 1 clerk, 1 manager, and 4 salesmen are there. Okay, now so here 3 and here 5 and here 6. So these are called as a subtotals. These are what we called as, guys, here. These are called as a subtotals. And this subtotal we are finding based on which column here? Department number column, and your job is a supporting column. So it was finding department number and job is a supporting column. And when it's come to the 14 is there. So you have 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 6, total 14. So 14 is called as a grand total. 14 is called as what now? Grand total. Okay, now. So this is what we can go to find out. And this grand total and subtotal, we are finding with which column wise here? Department number column wise. Okay, now that's what. So in this case, okay, so it's a clear information. For example, guys, here, if I want to take here to change my order of the column, okay, let me change my order of the column. So now I'm changing here, observe. So I will pass it here, okay, in the department number is the first position, okay, in the previous example, but in this example, department number I kept into second position. So now tell me, guys, here, so now in this example, the which column I was given in the first position? I was given job column, I was given first position. Then you can see the output of this query will be changed. Because whatever the first column is the job column, now your query will be finding subtotal and grand total. So based on job column, and now department number column is called as just a supporting column. Okay, now let me see the output, then you can get some idea on this. So now we can see the output of the second example. Okay, if you see the second example output, the difference is clearly showing us. So first column is a job column and department number, but you see here, okay, your job wise, the grouping is done and finding your people. So in analyst, how many employees are there? It means 2 employees are there, but unfortunately the 2 employees are working under 20th department. So that means what you understand by seeing of this, there is no analyst in 10th department, there is no analyst in 30th department. So analysts are having 2, and those 2 are working under department number 20. In the same to same, how many clerks? There are 4 clerks are there. So out of 4 clerks, 1 clerk is working under department number 10, 2 clerks are working under department number 20, and 1 clerk is working on department number 30. So that is what we call the total clerks. And come to managers. There are 3 managers are working in my company. Okay, so 1 manager working in department number 10, and 1 manager is working in department number 20, and 1 manager is working in department number 30. Okay, and to come to the president, only 1 president, and that was working under department number 10. And later come to the salesman people. So salesman is a 4 salesmen. The 4 salesmen are working under department number 30. It means that there is no salesman in a department number, okay, so 20 and 10. Okay, now, so that is here carefully, if you want to identify here, the guys carefully observe. So whatever these are there, so year 2 and year 4 and year 3 and year 1 and year 4. So these are all are called as what now? Okay, these are all are called as what now? Subtotals. These are called as a subtotal. And these subtotals we are going to be finding guys here, the based on which column, job column wise we are finding now. And in this case, the department number column is called as a supporting column. And when you come back to here, the 14 is called as a simply, it's a grand total. 14 is called as what now? It is a grand total. Okay, so this is what the single column. That means, what do you understand? The finally, when you use rollup on any number of columns, you can pass along with the rollup. But which column is there in the first position, or else a leading column we can also called, and which column is my leading column? Based on that column only your data will be, that means your subtotal and grand total will be find out. Okay, now so these are the two examples we can go to check it out. What is the differences in between? Okay, so now these are what now, so roll up how we can use it, either single column or more than one column we can use. But whenever we are using more than one column, it's depending on your order. Okay, now fine. And next one, what about cube? So come to cube is also the same thing. So here I just change my cube. Okay, fine. And here in place of roll up, so I'm using here cube. And cube, what it was happened is here, there is a no supportive columns in this. There is no supportive column in this, so I can say all are okay. So all columns are operational columns, we can say, and all columns wise it was finding subtotal and providing grand total. Okay, now so because here no supportive column, how many columns are you passing in this case? For each and every column wise, it will be find out your sub and grand total. Okay, let me see the single example. I will show you how I was taken the single example of your roll up in the same to same cube. Also, I will take just I will change my cube place. Okay, in place of your roll up, I'm sending cube, and let me see single. Okay, single column. So what it was happened? There is no difference in the single column guys here. Okay, so when I want to execute this one and see. Okay, fine. And single column, there is no difference. Rollup is also providing same kind of output. There is no difference in this. Okay, now rollup is also finding same kind of output. There is no difference. So that means when I'm taking single column, I can't identify the differences between rollup and cube. Let you see if I want to use the same as rollup here also with a single column, then you can see there is no differences in between this cube and the rollup. That means we can find out. So I will be selected these two queries and executing. So can you tell me guys here what is the output was given? Whatever the output was given, the same output was given by your cube and rollup. So that means here the differences we are not identifying that much easy because both are giving same kind of result. Okay, but where you can see the differences means definitely you can see the differences when you're working on multiple columns. In single column differences nothing, but when you're working on multiple columns, it will be showing us. Okay, so how it is multiple columns? Let you see. I'm just adding this. I'm just adding for cube for with multiple columns. So department and count job and department number and job. So in roll up what we said, which is your first position of column in the order, so that will be your first priority. But here there is no priority here. So all columns wise, it was finding your subtotal and grand total. Let me see here, I will be marking now. So this is called as a department number 20. So department number 20, okay, sorry, in the analyst purpose it was shown because null is not indicating of your subtotal. And here analyst, two people are there in analyst. Clerk, four people are there here. Okay, managers, three people are there here. And next, president, one person is there, president, and salesman. Okay, four people are there. Okay, so these are whatever I'm showing here: analyst 2, clerk 4, and manager 3, president 1, and salesman 4. These are called as the subtotals of your job column. In the same to same below, can you see 10, 3 people, 25 people, and 36 people? So in this case, carefully, if you want to identify guys here, so what it was happening, you can see. So this part, whatever I selected here up to this part, okay now. So whatever it was there, the dark level, these are whatever I was given dark level. So these are called as a subtotals. These are subtotals. Okay. Subtotals of which column, guys? Here, job column. Okay. Now, subtotal of which column here? Job column. And the below one you can see, guys. So this is below one. In below one, okay, here it was there 3, okay, 5, and 6. So these are what sub means. These are also subtotals. These are also subtotals. Okay, but these subtotals are finding of your department number wise. Department number wise, it was finding. Okay, now, but in between these two column subtotals, okay, one is there that is called as here 14 is showing us. So 14 is what, sir? Means it is a grand total. It is a grand total. So here job column wise finding subtotal, department number column wise also finding subtotal, and finally providing your grand total. Okay. So it means a cube class, what it will do, it will be finding your subtotal grand total. Okay, as per how many number of columns are you given, for each and every column wise, it will be find subtotal and finally providing grand total. Okay, now, but this is not going to be happen in your rollup, because rollup is used for only single column operation only you can perform. And cube advantage is what now multiple columns wise I can find out my sub and grand total. Okay, now, so this is the differences of your cube and rollup, guys, here, and data how it will be summarizing here based on the columns wise. Okay, you can pass it now. Okay, now, so these are the complete okay, the clauses which was there in our SQL server, SQL server, SQL. Okay, what are the classes we supported that we discuss? Okay, now this is the classes topic, guys, here. And these classes are very important, guys, here to keep in your, okay, so everyday practice also required for this. Okay, and very important because any operation when you want to do compulsory, classes support is mandatory. Okay, now, right. And the next one more most important topic, okay, that is called as what now? Joins. So let me come out and see, guys, here. So what is join here? And the joins purpose is what? Okay, now, right. So basically in RDBMS database, what it was happened, guys, here in relational database management systems. Okay, a company business related data, they're going to be storing into, okay, different tables they can store. Okay, now, so for example, one university is there. One university is there. So university database is there, guys, here. So X is some university. Okay, X is one university. It was having some database. So X database is that university database. In university database, okay, in this database, which purpose I'm creating, for what purpose I'm creating this database means storing some information which is related to my university. Okay, now, so I'm going to creating this database. I'm going to using this database for storing of my university related information. So what is the university relation? Okay, related information, guys. Okay, for example, in your educational field, okay, one X is a university. For example, Osmania University, JNQ universities are there. Suppose this is one university database now. In this database, what they can store, which kind of information they can store in this database, guys, here? Any idea? Yes, of course. The first one is called as a universities. Under universities, how many colleges are there? So under universities, how many colleges are there? First, they will be storing some colleges information. Okay, now in each college, okay, what kind of branches are there? What kind of branches are there? So they're storing some branches details. Next, okay, in each branch or each college, how many, okay, what we can say, professors or faculties are there? Okay, so whatever the faculties are there, so their faculties informations. After that, what it is like, for example, departments information, the faculties departments information. So which faculty is belongs to which department? Okay, departments information. After that, okay, so we have like a students information. After that, we can go for the students courses information. So etc. etc. So that means X is a one university. If you feel for that university related information, I need to store now. If I want to store one particular educational university related data, means what it will be there, like the how many colleges are there under JNTU Hyderabad, how many branches are there in each college, how many faculties are working under JNTU Hyderabad, okay, what kind of departments under this university, how many students, 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs or 25 lakh students are, okay, then what kind of courses, okay. So this kind of the data we are storing into X user, okay, X university database. Okay, my point understand now? Up to now clear now? Tell me guys, up to now clear? Okay. So now what is my question? What is my question? These all details, okay now? Suppose I am storing into one single table in database. Is it good or bad? Is it good now or having any problem? So that means what I'm doing here, I'm creating only one table. In the table only colleges information, branches information, faculties information, departments information, students information, student courses, their exams results, their fee details, everything I'm storing into one single table. Is this better now? Come on guys, is it better or not? So is it better or it was very difficult to manage? Okay, now, so what you can say guys here? Yes, we can store it. Yes, we can store it. Nothing problem. But the thing is what now? Storing is nothing problem, but management is very, very difficult. Understand the point now? Storage is nothing problem. Yes, you can happily create a table and store all the details in one table, nothing problem. But where the person will get a complex, where the people will get a difficult, means when they want to, okay, when they want to retrieval a specific information I want to retrieve. So at this moment, we are getting a problems. For example, I wanted only students data. I wanted only students data. Okay, now, but what happened if I wanted student data, but if I'm writing a query to wanted student data, then what happened along with the student data, course details come, department details come, faculties come, branches come, colleges also come. Is it necessary to get that all the details? No, not necessary. Suppose I want it here. So in a ex JNQ Hyderabad University, okay, under JNQ Hyderabad University, how many colleges I wanted, how many colleges are there? So that information I wanted. But what is the problem here? I need a college's information, but what it was happen? Colleges, their branches, faculties, departments, student, courses, etc., will come. So all are will be come and all are will be visible. Okay, now that kind of problem is there. Suppose, okay, that is a retrieval data problems are occurred. Retrieval data problems are occurred. And another thing, what is another thing here? Suppose students, they completed their academic. For example, suppose BTech student is there. A BTech student duration how much, guys? Here 4 years, okay, to complete their academic. So when they want to finishing their 4 years, okay, then what I want to do? So those students are left from my college, okay, so they are going to be outside and they will try to jobs or other educations, whatever it is. So for example, who are completed the courses in my colleges, okay, so those data I want to delete. So I want to delete only student data. But the problem is what now? When you try to delete a student data, along with the student data, colleges information deleted, branches information deleted, faculties informations are deleted, departments informations are deleted, and courses informations also deleted. So that means entire your table is affected. Okay, if I want to delete one data, then along with the data, other data is also I am losing. Yes or no? So this kind of more complexes, more difficulties to manage and maintain your data in databases. It's a highly impossible to manage like this. It's a lot of confusions that occur, and we can't manage, especially we can't manage when you're storing that all related information in one single table. Okay, the people cannot be managed this, and it's highly impossible to manage your data. Okay, now, so this is what the problem. Okay, so when we have to store some information in one single table, and this type of mechanisms are avoiding by RDBMS, relational databases. So that's why what the people will did, or what the people will do it here. So instead of storing this all information in one single table to manage and maintain very difficult, instead of that, they will go to storing the data into separate tables. Okay, now, so that means now we can see, for example, colleges information purpose, I'm storing one table, the table number colleges. Okay, now, so table number is what now? Okay, so TBL college. So next, branches information I'm storing under, okay, TBL, okay, table number. So branches here BRA. Suppose just for idea purpose I'm telling. Okay, next, faculties information I'm storing under, okay, TBL brand, okay, faculties. Okay, next, what is what? Departments. So now I will take a TBL departments. Next, students, TBL, the TBL means table student. And next, course, the table course. So TBL course. Okay, so when my data will be stored into separate tables, one by one table in my database. Now tell me, guys, here, data management is easy for users or complicated for users? Come on, guys. Yeah, it is very easy to manage. It is very easy to manage your data. And when we are storing our information, our business information in separated tables, what is the advantage of two users and people means? The which particular information do you want data? Those particular data only I can fetch. Okay, I can pull in. Okay, if I wanted colleges means I can see only colleges. Remaining things I cannot see it. If I want to see students information means I can see only students. The remaining information I can't see it. Okay now, so like this. And later, if you want to delete, if you want to delete a college means college only, college details only I can delete, but remaining data will be as it is. So this kind of data fetching, data manipulations are very, very easy for the programmers when they will be maintain their data in specific tables. Okay now, so this is what we called as guys here. This is called a normalization also we called. Okay, in coming future, we will discuss normalization topic also. Okay, so when your data will be storing like this, then it is called a normalization tables we called. Okay, normalization tables we called. Okay now, so the normalization what it is, we are separately 3 to 4, we are 2 to 3 sessions we are working on that. Okay, don't worry. So this is what I'm saying guys here. When you store like this, the data management is very, very easy. Okay, so okay sir, suppose my X university database under this kind of information I store. So total how many tables I store, total how many tables I created for this database, for this university purpose. How many tables we created? Yeah, total 6 tables we created. So these 6 tables, okay, these 6 tables I am storing under one database memory. I'm storing into my database. How many tables guys here? 6 tables. So table number 1, table number 2, table number 3, table number 4, table number 5, table number 6. Okay, like this tables are created. And this is what we call as table. These all 6 tables I'm storing under X university database. My database name is what now? My database name is what now? X university database. So in this database, I store this all tables. Okay, now that's fine and very good. But if I'm storing like this, individual tables, separated tables, what it was happening sometimes, I need to fetch some data from multiple tables. I need to fetch some data from multiple tables, because if I'm going to fetch a single table, I can write like the single table. For example, if only one table data I wanted, particular or specific one table data I want, for example, student data I want, it means I can write here, select a star from student table. In this, if you wanted student ID is equals to 1021. So this is single table. So are you retrieval data from how many tables? Only one table, and that was who's a student ID is 1021. Suppose this is a student table. For example, this is a student table. So immediately the data will be come to us. Okay, now this is student table, this is a course table, this is called as a colleges table. Okay, this is colleges table, this is a branch table, for example, and this is a faculties table. Okay, and this is what now? Departments table. Okay, but one specific table data if we wanted, then I can directly write this query to fetching the data. So this is one case. But guys here, suppose you wanted not one table, I wanted here multiple tables. Suppose student and course. From these 2 tables, in which course, how many students are there? For example, suppose here SQL Server course. In SQL Server course or else a SQL Server course, how many students are taken? Okay, how many students are taken SQL Server course in Naresh IT? In Naresh IT institution. So that information I wanted. So, but how I can fetch it here? Because students information is a separate table, courses information is a separate table. So that means here my data I need from 2 tables. Okay, here not single table. Here my data is needed, I'm retrieval, I'm taking, I want it from how many tables? 2 tables. So in these cases, The two tables data, how to fetching, how to pulling from your database memory. Okay, multiple tables data, how to pulling from your database memory. So here I need to use what now? Yes, one of the technique is called as what now? Joins. So joins, with the help of this joins technique, what is the advantage of user guys here? I can fetching multiple tables, like a, so suppose two tables you can fetch, three tables you can fetch, four tables you can fetch, five tables you can fetch, six tables you can fetch. Okay, so any number of tables you can fetch. Okay, by using of which technique? Joins technique. So that is not only two tables, not only two tables. So these all six tables data I can fetch by using of a join technique. So this is the technique the people was introducing. Now understand now why joins are introducing in databases. It means that in RDBMS databases, in relational database management systems, data can be stored in tabular format, and each individual informations are storing under each table under database. Okay, so that whenever you want to retrieval, data from multiple tables from the database memory, so their compulsory joins technique is one of the major technique industry people are using to retrieval, to filling your data from multiple tables from the database location. Okay, now that's why joins are very, very important for your interview levels as well as working levels also. Okay, so this is what the reason behind joins, why the people was introducing. This is the reason behind why the people was introducing join technique. Understand now? So what do you say? Why we need joins technique? If any real time, any interview person is asking why we require joins, just you have to tell them. So joins is required for the reason of in RDBMS databases, that means relational database management systems. Okay, every individual related informations are storing under a particular tables. So like this, for example, a banking sector is a one database. So in banking sectors, banking employees one table, okay, branches one table, departments one table. Okay, now, so this kind you have to explain. So in that way, data can be organized in a database memory in different tables. And in case from those different tables, if I wanted some data as per our requirement to filling my data from the database, there we must and should use a join technique. Okay, this kind of some explanation, like any example, real time, university is a one best example, banking sectors, hospital managements. Okay, in hospital management, what it was there? Same as this, hospitals branches, there are patients details, doctor details, SR medical medicines details, operation theaters, that means what kind of we can say the cardiologist, yes or no, some different doctors are there now, so those details. Okay, departments wise. So any like Indian railway IRCTs you can take. So in IRCTs what happened? Passengers information, their reservations information, IRCTs employees information, their schedules, the train schedules. Okay, this kind of. So these kind of any one example you have to explain in front of them why we needed joins. So this kind of example you have to put it, and finally from those tables when I want to filling my data, so there I need a joins technique, and this is the reason behind joins are introducing in our RDBMS databases. Okay, now this is what. So, and finally, by seeing of this all explanation, what you want to understand here, joins are used, guys. Joins are used to retrieval data or information. Okay, data or information from multiple tables at a time. Okay, so joins are used to retrieval data or information from multiple tables at a time. Okay, this is the definition of your joins. And now, so by taking off, okay, these joins, let you see, guys, here. So our SQL Server supporting the following joins here. We can simply call it as here types of joins. Types of joins. So what kind of joins we have it here? Let us see. The first one is called as here. Okay, inner join. So inner join is also we called as here. Equi join also we can say. It's called equi join. Okay, and the second one is called as outer joins. So outer join is there, and in this inner join, okay, after that I will take here. So second one is what now? Non-equi join. Okay, then after that we have to take here outer joins. Okay, in outer joins we have some joins here like left outer join, like we have it here, right outer join, like we have it here. Okay, full outer join, and after that we have here like a cross join, and later we have here, okay, natural join, and finally we have to check out here self join. Okay, finally we can check out here self join. So inner or equi, non-equi, outers, cross, natural, and self. So these are the types of joins in this join techniques. That means every technique, every join is a one technique to fetching or pulling your data from multiple tables. Okay, now so every join is a one technique we call, and every technique we are using as per your requirement, what you need, which type of data you need, matching data you need or unmatching data you need, and common data you need, yes or no. So based on your requirement, that suitable join is use and fill your data from your multiple tables. Okay, now so these are what we called as guys here types of joins. Understand? And now so these joins, when you want to use how I can use this query means we have a formula. The formula you can see select a star, or else you can say list of columns from table name 1 and use your join key. Okay, join key, and table number 2. Okay, and after on class and joining condition. Okay, now yes. So first of all, I'm going to showing guys here the first examples. So these all are I'm showing on my first two tables operations I'm showing. Okay, so because in early class, that means in starting level, we want to know the good awareness on two tables data fetching is important, because once you understand two table data fetching techniques, then more than two tables also I will show you and you can easily understand. Okay, so first we will see examples on two tables, and after that I will show you more than two tables also. Okay, so that's why don't hurry burry. Okay, I will take one by one. Clear now all of you? Okay, right guys. So these are what we called as here the joins, and which was supported in our SQL server. Okay, right. So let me go for one by one join, how it was working, what is the definition of this, how it was working, what kind of conditions are there, so that all we will check it out. Okay, but those things, sir, we will discuss on tomorrow's session. So tomorrow I will go for that to start your one by one join along with practical examples. Okay, now, right guys. So thank you so much, and we will meet on tomorrow. Yeah, of course, as usual, if any doubts are there, stay here. No doubts, people, log out.